it brings. In other words, when you get in there, that's a little bit loud. Too loud. Not too loud. Getting a ringing. How do you like that sound? Is it better? Is it worse? Did we go toward the vortex or away from the vortex? When you make peace with what's going on and you realize that what's there is what you've been asking for, and we want all of you to realize that when you get in there, things light up for you, things occur to you, circumstances and events unfold for you, ideas will come to you, recognition will come to you. It is our promise to you that when you get in there, which will be easy for you, we felt it begin already, you won't be disappointed.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes? Does the vibrational reality beginning to feel real at all? Do you accept the reality of the vibrational reality? That's a good thing. Have you forgotten your job?
Yes, I think I have.
Come into the vortex.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Esther. I'm studying neuroscience at uni, and I've often heard you say that we have this internal GPS system that uses emotions as our signalling device. And only if the doctors...
It is the only thing we ever talk about, so we're not surprised that you often hear it from us. It's the only thing that matters, is you coming together with you. You branching out from who you are and stirring it up and becoming more, and then you coming into alignment with who you are. Because coming into alignment with who you have become is the absolute essence of life. There is nothing about life that is outside of that process. Mm-hmm. We're glad you picked up on that.
Okay. I've actually got 3 questions. This is the first one. So you say if only doctors focused on the vibrational origin of disease.
We say when doctors begin looking for the vibrational root, they will find the cures. But as long as they're looking for the cures, another discord will rear its ugly head.
Well, what I want to know is how can I measure and quantify emotional vibration scientifically?
You can't.
And show what?
You can't, and you shouldn't, and it's not your job.
But I want to show people...
Why? What you would be asking others to step outside of their own guidance system for your interpretation. And we don't want them to go outside of their own guidance system for anyone's interpretation, because their guidance system is so accurate.
But I think that a lot of people would be more attuned to this if they could see it scientifically proven or shown through some kind of mechanism.
Isn't that the most interesting thing? You said, I'm source energy, and I will go forth into the physical, and I will explore, and I will become, and I will be able to feel my alignment with it. And then you say, but don't pay any attention to your guidance. Someone else will make a contraption, and they'll hook you up to it, and they will prove to you that you are vibrationally discordant from who you are. And we say, or you could just look at what's happening in your experience. Everything that's manifesting is an indication of what your vibrational mix is. There's no mystery here. You don't need a scientist to tell you that you're out of whack.
I know, but why is it like this? Okay, but why is it
and why would you want to give your power to their contraption or to their interpretation? They couldn't possibly know. They don't know who you were coming in. They don't know what you've lived. They don't know what you've thrown into your vibration. They don't know what you've been thinking about. They don't know. No one knows but you know.
But this is what I have a problem with. We've been given this GPS system with no instruction manual. We've actually been told from birth, don't listen to it.
Jerry and Esther have a 6-year-old granddaughter who, when she was about 4, always wanted to play this game. She would bring a little car when she would come to play with them, and she would hide it somewhere in the room. And then she would say, all right, you guys find it. And she would say, I will give you clues. When you're farther from it, I will tell you you're colder. And when you're getting closer to it, I will tell you you are warmer. And so she will say, warmer, 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 colder, 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 warmer, warmer. And every single time, Jerry and Esther found the car, every time. Because Kate knew where it was and gave them the clue.
Did Abraham help you?
Kate knew where it was and gave them the clue. So what we're saying to you is, what can be difficult really about, we agree with you that you've gotten a little upended, and it's really an odd thing to us that when you feel bad, you don't know something's wrong. And when you feel good, you don't know something's on. In other words, we will agree that you have sort of lost sight of your guidance system.
Why did this happen? How did it end up like this? I mean,
well, it hasn't ended up. But the reason that you're occasionally out of whack with who you are is because you get hung up in step one. And the reason is because people have come to you with contraptions that have said to you, you should listen to me instead of to that. In other words, the first time you meet your mother and she says to you, I don't care how you feel, but I want you to care what I mean. She's training you a little bit away from your own guidance system. And then she'd better be there on a really regular basis, and she better be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, or she can't offer you good guidance, you see. And so it happens, even if you, loving and kind and considerate, you come together with another and you so want their life to be wonderful, and so you just stand on your head in every possible way to make sure that they feel good. And bit by bit, you train them away from paying attention to the way they feel. You show them a feathered nest so that under all conditions, in focusing upon you, they can feel good. And in that, they lose sight of their own guidance. So that's why we're here having this conversation with you, because so many of you are saying, where's my stuff? And how can I fulfill my reason for being? And what's the purpose of life? And why did I come? And why would I come forth into a physical experience? And why is it so hard? And why isn't it easier? And why don't I remember who I am? In other words, you've been asking, and so here we are reminding you, but we're not reminding you of something that will take you outside of your own guidance. We're trying to get you inside your own guidance, you see. So you will always find us stubborn about those contraptions.
Okay, this is my second question. Exactly what you're saying. Why is the nature of existence the way it is? Like you say that we're predominantly non-physical and we project into this physical realm because we knew that we will enjoy the contrast. So what I'm asking is, why don't most of us, billions and billions of people, don't feel that we are non-physical? I personally don't have a conscious feeling about it.
You're so good at being vibrational beings. What you see is interpretation of vibration. What you hear is a vibrational interpretation. What you smell, taste, touch, you are so good at interpreting vibration that you don't even know you're doing it. And your emotions are your keenest interpreter of vibration, you see. You just need a little reminder that you are a veritable vibrational interpreter. You are a transmitting and receiving mechanism, you see. So the reason that you don't have recall of everything that you were before you came is because your feeling as you made the decision to come was, I want to dive into this to have new experiences that will cause new expansion. And I'm not worried about it because I know that the expansion will occur and I'll be able to feel my alignment with it or not. Here's the thing. Now, this is a little hard for you to hear, but we love telling it to you anyway, not just you, but most of our physical friends, that when you look at the big picture, so here you are, source energy, and you come forth into this body and life causes you to expand. And let's say you are confused, you are lost. Let's say life was hard. Let's say that you are someone who doesn't make their way to this gathering or who didn't have a grandmother who taught you appreciation. Let's say that you were sort of a holdout for that and you had a rough, hard life. But when you croak, you'll close the gap. And we just think that this gathering will give you the advantage of having a little gap closing pre-croaking. In other words, it's sort of like the gas gauge on your car. We don't see any of you putting happy face stickers over the gas gauge because it's depressing to see the tank empty. You want to know how you're doing with your fuel. And we know that you want to know how you're doing with this alignment. And it takes so little conscious awareness of it. In other words, you can just hear this short conversation that we're having right now, and never ever again will you feel negative emotion and not know that what it means is you're holding yourself apart from who you are. It's so simple and so wonderful and always present and always there.